Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
It's Joe time! How is everybody today? I was sitting in the office here as Chris was critiquing what he was seeing related to the new iPad. And so I wanted to see more about the iPad. So I went to my old iPad to Google it. And I opened it up and it says, replace with new iPad. And I'm not sure I'm going to follow that advice because I don't think the features I saw and the way I understand them would help me, at least not now. Now, there was something I think that is coming that I might be able to use, and that's that iMovie and the better quality of the films. If I do more and more YouTubes, I want it to be a little better than just using my phone, so I might look into that. It seemed to me, and I went to the Apple homepage to see some information on the new iPad because they don't have a real name for it. So I guess if you go in and ask for an iPad, they're going to ask you which one, and if it doesn't have a name, you're not going to be sure what to ask them for. But at any rate, the big plus I saw was the quality of the pictures. Like if you work with a lot of photos and pictures and movies and you take a lot of pictures, that seemed to really grab me on the new iPad. Quality-wise, with these old eyes, I'm not sure the quality would be that great. But if I see them side by side, which I will probably do once they get them in the Apple Store and I get there and I can put mine beside theirs and kind of compare to see what it actually looks like. Let me see if we got any questions related to that. Awesome. I don't like calling it new iPad. I think they should have called it something, but that's just me.
Yeah, but what do you call your computer?
Gertrude?
Oh.
I belong to XPA.
XPA?
Yeah, XP Anonymous.
Yes. Well, you're no longer anonymous, Dad. You're on YouTube.
Oh. But really, when you go in, what do you ask for? I want an iPad. They're going to come right back at you and say, well, which one do you want? I want the iPad. So,
but do you want the new iPad?
Well, you'd want the newest one available.
Right. So
yeah, I see your point there. Yeah. So they would give you the newest one, assumably. Unless it was cheaper, then it would probably be the older iPad. Now, will we be able to sell our older iPads?
You can sell them right now, yes.
You didn't see that. I got my...
Yeah, I figured you'd have your Post-it notes. So why would you, if you got an iPad 2, and I said this morning that there are many reasons why you wouldn't necessarily upgrade from iPad 2 to iPad 3, or I guess the third gen iPad, what would put you over that hump?
Well, I mentioned the big thing was the picture quality. I think is going to be a lot better if I understand the pixels right. It just packs more into a smaller space, so it becomes more vivid. I think it's going to end up being more like a portable TV. Like we travel a lot, so I could see myself, like right now I'll watch a TV show on my iPad. And that will become more vivid if I understand it right. So it might end up being a portable television in a way too. So that could be a good thing. And I think Chris mentioned something the other day about a movie or a TV ad. I forget, what was that called? JTS TV. JTS.TV. And I did go to that site and look that over. It looks like an independent movie producer or content producer.
Do you use Netflix?
No, the only thing we do is we use the we record a lot, DVR. We'll record things and watch them later so we can speed through the commercials. We're not doing anybody any favors when we do that other than ourselves because those shows are really paid for by the commercials. So we should kind of support the people that support the shows we like.
So do you think Apple did they made all the right announcements with this new iPad, or was there anything you would want to have seen?
Maybe for a lot of people they did, but but not for me, because what I was hearing is I'm not sure I would utilize some of those things. Now, when I see them in operation, see them side by side, that might change my mind. I always reserve the right to change my mind. Like I put in, I think Google Plus a little while ago, new pad or not the new pad? That is the question. So I don't know. It's all up to us. If we see things we like, then I think you should get it. If you don't think there's anything you're going to use, I just would keep what I have. I would one of these days like to kind of experiment with this cloud thing because I'm having such a personal issue with putting my stuff out there. Is maybe if I had, maybe I can use the iPad or I'll steal my wife's MacBook and try and operate off the cloud to see how that works. I'm just not quite sure in my own mind how that'll work. She's giggling back there. I don't think I'll get next to her.
Well, you can access the cloud from... the iCloud is basically a way for you to get to data from anywhere.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm afraid because everything's so intertwined that it's kind of like iTunes. I hate iTunes, and so when you do iTunes, it'll put stuff on my phone that I want on my iPad that I don't want on my phone, and so it's very frustrating.
Like what? Data or apps?
Not like apps.
Okay.
Yeah, the data pretty well stays where the data stays wherever the app is.
Usually, but imagine taking notes and then automatically having it show up on your iPhone.
Yeah, so
iPad.
if you didn't have your iPhone, you had your iPad, you could look up a note you wrote. Is that what you're getting at? Yeah, that might be a benefit. But being retired, when I was working, I could see where that would be more of a benefit because I was juggling all kinds of things at the same time. So being able to get to the same information from any place. Now, I kind of have that now because I carry two flash drives, I call them, in my pocket. And they have my Excel, my Word, my Adobe, PowerPoint. I think those are the four I have. So I just keep that in my pocket all the time. So if I don't have a computer, I can jump into a library and plug something in there and look.
You can do that all by way of Google Docs, too.
Yeah, I know. But again, it's just that mystery out there. I watch these technical companies get into how they use information. For example, Facebook. I get so frustrated with they change things, and they have a little deal now that I forget what one's. It's the way it sorts it. There's two options. One's most recent, and the other one's most important. They don't know what's important to me. They're making that assumption. And when I put it on most recent, it keeps changing. I'll have it off for a couple hours and go to check, and it'll be back. It just keeps switching back and forth between the two instead of staying where I put it. If it would just, regardless of where you like it, if you like it most important, that might be important to you. But I want to see more recent stuff so I can see what's happening with the people that are on my Facebook with me, so they could see what I'm doing and I can see what they're doing. But otherwise, if it's Facebook may decide my stuff's not important, put it down at the bottom of the list, people might not get to it. So I'd rather it be most recent and then be able to trip down through it.
I'm just as frustrated with that. So, just as frustrated.
Yeah. Now I like Google Plus. Now I haven't figured out all the intricacies. I put a comment on there. I said because I hadn't seen a lot of posts or anything. Chris, but he put a lot of stuff, but I didn't see a lot of the other posts on there like I was at the start. But then when I said, are you out there, I think is what I put. But I got all kinds of comments, and that was kind of neat to see that because they got what I was asking, because it was just like everybody kind of dropped off the edge. But we got so many, now we're getting to where we have so many social networks. We got the Twitter, Facebook, and now Google Plus, and I know they can all be used for different things, but it's hard for me to differentiate what to use where and for what. But Twitter, I think, is more a short thing because I think they even limit your characters. So that's more a quick communications back and forth. Facebook is more to me like it's like my diary that I let you read. That's what Facebook is to me. Google Plus seems, from what I've seen so far, seems to be a little easier to move stuff around and that kind of thing than Facebook, like getting my photos on there or getting stuff to YouTube. Maybe it's just that I'm not used to the Facebook thing. Or maybe it's because Google and YouTube are basically the same company. I don't know. It's something just makes it easier for me.